Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and today we decided we're going to go old school. We're going to feed some snakes. Let's pick a few to feed for you. We haven't done a feeding video in forever, so people get mad when we do. And here's the thing. Here's one of the great things about the fact that we're shutting down, right? We don't have to care anymore. We really don't have to give two shits. If somebody gets all carried up over, you fed that little rat to the snake, blah, 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 blah. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know, if other reptile people get mad and tell me I should use frozen thaw, blah, 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 blah. I don't fucking care. I don't have to give a rat's, well, I'm going to give a bunch of rats' asses in a minute. I'm going to give rats' asses to snakes. That's what I'm going to do. But I don't have to care about anybody's opinion. And I didn't really care much before, if we're being honest. But because we did run the channel like a business, I had to kind of care about that and the logarithm and try, I had to do some of that. Guess what? I don't care anymore at all. So I used to give maybe 1.5 fucks, and now I can actually give 0. So we're gonna do a feed video today. So this is your warning. If you don't want to see reptiles kill live rodents, then don't watch. Okay? Couple things before we do this, because we still want to be an educational channel. Why do we feed live? It's really simple. We have found for us there is a better rate of feeding when we use live. Okay? Number 2, we breed all of our own rats. And if I use frozen thawed, it is wasteful because I have to do one of two things. One, I have to only thaw so many and then feed them all and then thaw more and then feed them all until you get it just right. Or you thaw a bunch and you end up with so many left over. And I only want to refreeze those maybe one time because it kind of get yucky. I mean, you don't want to eat a meal that's been frozen 3 or 4 times. They don't either. The nutritional value goes down. So we don't do that to them, you know. Plus, if you freeze it more than once, then they can split open, and that's really gross. Had it happen when you feed them. So we do live because of that. If we bring all these rats, and let's say we have some snakes that don't eat, happens every week, right? We have extra rats. Guess what we do with them? It's really simple. We take them back. We put them right back in the rat colony. See what I mean? So this is a zero waste thing. We're not going to waste many rats this way. The only time we waste a rat is if the snake kills it and chooses not to eat it. A couple things you're going to hear horror stories of. You shouldn't feed live. It's going to chew the snake up and all this. Bullshit. I'm going to tell you straight up right now, as long as you're paying attention, that is bullshit. If you put that rat in there and you close that tub and you walk away for a day, yeah, then you're an idiot and that can happen. Seen it. It'll happen. Maybe not, but it can. It's certainly a high possibility, so don't do that. You put a rat in there for a few minutes and you feed a snake, nothing bad is going to happen, okay? There is a chance that when the rat is coiled, it could bite or it could scratch the snake. That is a possibility. I am not going to lie and tell you it's not. You could end up with a wound you need to clean. But guess what, man? These things were designed to do this in the wild. And now I'm not saying this is better for them because it gives them more of a wild thing. I'm not making any stupid claims like that. The point that I'm making, though, is since they were designed to do this in the wild, do you really think that them getting a little scratch here where I can actually treat it and take care of it is going to be overly detrimental? If they would die fairly often from eating a live thing, we wouldn't have a whole bunch of them running around Africa now, would we? Because they'd all be dying from eating critters. They'd all be getting these infections and dying out. We don't see it because they're made for this. Okay, they're made for this. Obviously, they're going to survive better in captivity than the wild. That's pretty much any animal across the board because you're taking away a lot of things and you're fixing a lot of issues. But this is not going to harm them. I'm not going to tell you, you know, that frozen thaw doesn't have its advantages. It does. You wouldn't have any cups or nicks. When we had a smaller collection, we weren't breeding our own rats. Frozen thaw was certainly the way to go. There is a time and place that I am not anti-frozen thaw. Let me put that out there again. Say it twice for those in the back. I am not anti-frozen thaw, but for us, this works better. Frozen thaw works better for you? Hey, that's cool. I'm happy for you. That's good. We used it for a lot of years. It just got to the point where it didn't work well anymore, so we went to this. So without further ado, we're going to just pick some that I fed. Nothing too crazy here. We're going to start with this pastel Xanthic. Grab a rat. You ready for this? We're going to simply open a tub. I like to find where the snake's head is if I can. I like to drop the rat in, not on the snake's head. We'll see if it eats it right there in front of us. This is kind of how we normally do this. Oh, you're going to be shy? Okay, if it gets too shy, we'll simply Close it up. Well, we're going to give it a second here. Oh, maybe it's going to find it. Oh, here we go. And thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it. Pretty shy, pretty nervous. So what we'll do is we're going to close that one up. Now, we are going completely out of order because we usually have a system. So I got to write down what we've done. We'll come back in a few minutes and we'll recheck that, right? There's no danger here. If something was going on bad, like people tell you, that rat's going to chew on that snake. You know what I'm going to hear in there? I'm going to hear that snake, boom, trying to pull it away. I'm going to hear it. It will tell me if something bad is going on. So we're going to just let that go. A lot of times in the dark, they'll feed. If not, we're going to come back and check on it and go there. We're going to try this Super Mojaves because I really like this snake. This is such a pretty snake, right? These Super Mojaves look really good. We're going to offer it a little food. Now, one thing you don't want to have happen is them get bit in the water dish because they never tend to eat them in the water dish. They don't usually have their tubs open, so there you go, just like that. Now, I want you to look something really quick. See how our coil's around the middle? I'm not going to mess with the snake too much, but you can. They have done studies. This coil can be so tight, it does not, like I can't put a finger in there. It's not a slowing breathing thing. It will actually stop the heart from beating properly. See how that thing really ain't fighting? It's not really kicking. Its mouth, if you look close, is over here in the snake's mouth. It can't bite. There is nothing this rat can do to this snake. You can see there's a rat's mouth. It can't do anything. We're good to go. We can close that one up. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a successful feed. Again, I got to write stuff down so I don't forget. So there is two. Oh, I picked a few more for you. Oh yeah, this one here. I like this one. This is a yellow belly pastel het SK Exantic. I like this snake a lot. This one could use a little bit of a cleaning. Whoop. It's going to try to hide in there. Now, I have seen a snake occasionally take and do what they would do in the wild, which is actually really cool to watch. And it's called pressing. And you don't see it very often. I don't think we're going to get to see it here, but they'll just take and push it against the side and press it and use that as the pressure to affect the same basic thing as throwing coils, which is pretty common. If they're in a burrow and something runs in, they can just rink it to the side. Okay, we're going to go ahead and close that one. So as far as getting to see it happen, we're 1 for 2, or 1 for 3, right? We're going to go for this lesser ghost. This is a really pretty snake. This one's probably going to eat for us.
Should do the queen bee up at the top. She always likes to.
Now I want you to know something. So we have a camera that's a heat source. It causes distractions. We don't always get the reactions we want or as quick as we want sometimes. We'll see if this thing changes its focus, because right now it's not. Oh, there we got a little bit of a focus change. Let's see if we get some tongue movement. There a little bit. A nice quick flick, but we're not inching toward. Oh, there we are a little bit. We might get success here. Maybe, 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 maybe. Maybe, maybe, maybe. We're going to come back one more time, see what we see. If you ever wonder what feeding snakes all day long is like, it's like this but quicker. We'll do another video that shows you exactly how we do this on a normal day. Not one that's just showing eating. So that, and then we'll do one. Oh, I better write that down or I'll forget, right? Again, if I don't write these down because of the way we're doing it. See, I forgot to write down that one, I think. Bad me, forgetting to write it down. We got one more we're going to do. We're going to go back and check on a few of these. This is 170402. This is one of the original Olympus line pastels or Hellfire females. And you can tell these rats, man, they got no fear. They have no idea what is going on. They just, in some ways I do feel bad for them on that front. But this is what they were made for. I don't feel bad for a chicken when I eat it, nor do I feel bad for a cow when I eat it. So I'm not going to feel bad that these rats are being used for a food source, because it's not to take anything away from them as a creature. They're a sentient being. I mean, they're a really cool animal. but they also happen to be the Snickers bar for most things on the planet. So we'd close this up really quick, although we haven't heard anything exciting. We'll take a peek in here and just see. Rat's still back there, snake's still kind of looking. We'll check that one again later. And then we also did, I think, this one. Now this snake is, that one ate it. Hey, that's not the one we did.
That's not the one.
Sorry, we did, you know what? Here, we'll do that one. Why not? There you go. So again, if you're paying close attention, see how its head's pressed down there? It's not going to be able to bite that. Now, if this one had its head free, right, out and flopping around, that's when you'd really have to worry about bites. So that's when you need to pay attention. There's a couple things you can do when you encounter that situation. One of them is, this is going to be a little hard to hear, so if you're a little squeamish, just sorry. One is you can flip it on top of the head really hard. Basically, you're braining it, you're killing it for it, so it's not going to bite. Another thing you can do, which is letting it be what it is, and that is taking like a piece of wood. I used to have a drumstick. I've used pins. I've used tongs, you name it, and letting that rat chew on that instead of chew on your snake. So you can let the rat do what it would normally do, you know. We'll check on this one, see if it figured it out. This was the one. It has not figured it out yet. That's okay. And then we'll check. There was one more we did here. Also still hasn't figured it out. So we'll give those a few minutes. Let me write the other one down. We decided to give you a bonus one, right? Bonus steak! And that is kind of some of the ins and outs of feeding live. Not nearly as exciting as you think. And somebody's going to go in these comments, because every time we do a live feed, they're going to say, well, I want to watch the snake kill the whole thing and swallow it. Well, no, that's not our whole point. Our point isn't to make you some damn gore video. Our point is to let you see how this actually works. And like that one with head is there, to understand exactly why we do what we do and a few of the things you can do about it. And so there you go. Kurt, anything you want to add?
No.
All right, y'all. Well, then that is all I got. So I'm going to hop up off of here, and we will catch you all next time.